All right, today we're taking a first look at the CVO Road Glide ST here at Renegade Harley Davidson. I want to thank them for letting me come in here and shoot videos. I really appreciate that. So what we're showing you today is the Road Glide ST. Now this came out last year in 24. I got to ride this on the track in Vegas, and there are some features in this bike that would make me actually consider switching from a street glide to road glide. I mean, I went and rode one for 600 miles, and I still bought a street glide, but there are some functionality in this Road Glide ST because this is the factory performance bagger, and that is some of the stuff that I really enjoyed about riding this bike. So we're going to talk about some of those features, the base bike today, show you what it looks like, and that'll be our first look. So for you guys that don't know, these CVOs stand for Custom Vehicle Operations. The typical CVOs have all the bells and whistles, heated grips, fancy paint, and everything else. The ST doesn't get quite all those bells and whistles. Like, we don't have heated grips on here and stuff, but what we do get is track mode. We get special riding modes. We have remote reservoir rear suspension that has been upgraded from the factory, that kind of stuff, the inverted front forks, race tuned. This bike is the performance bagger from the factory. Now this has the same 121 engine that is in the CVOs, with the exception it's not variable valve timing. This actually is their high output version, and it puts out a little bit more power than the other ones does, but it does it at a different RPM range. And one reason that this is not VVT is to get maximum power at specific RPM ranges like they would use in racing. They don't use variable valve timing. This has, I think, the 511 cam in it, which is something I'm thinking about putting in my 117. So I'm very interested in this. And I rode this bike, like I said, on the track, multiple sessions at Vegas. And this is the Road Glide that I would buy if I was going to buy a Road Glide, because I like the track and the performance features of this motorcycle. Now, the one we have here today is in a brand new color scheme called Hot Lap. Now that Hot Lap is a $5,000 upgrade to the price, to the base MSRP price, but this is kind of more of a race-inspired graphics on this. One of the things I thought was neat this year is that they do offer a Chopped and King Tour Pack painted to match for this. So if you're a touring guy that wants performance, but you still want to have some luggage areas and options, you can do that with the CVO Road Glide ST this year. We asked about touring packs last year, and they said they were going to have to make a bracket to reposition the rear reservoirs and stuff. This one has rear reservoirs on it and has the touring brackets already installed, and so that is really cool to see that we're going to be able to put touring packs and things on that. So if you're a performance guy, you know, part of the time, but once in a while you take a big trip, this bike's going to work better for you now in 2025 than when it was originally released in 2024. Now, when we were talking about VVT, a lot of people are confused because they see this cover that was released on the 23.5 CVOs and they think that means it's a VVT. That was one of the things we talked about when we were doing, launch videos and trying to figure out what Harley Davidson was up to. All of the new 117 street glides and road glides have this same shape. This bike has that shape of that cover, but that does not necessarily mean it is VVT. As we see on the intake here, the air intake, it says high output. This is the 121 high output non-VVT motor, and how they get part of that new power is from different intakes like this, different intake manifolds, different valves, and things that they had done in the last couple of years to get even more power out of these 121 Milwaukee 8s. I think this motor is putting out somewhere around 128 horsepower and 145 foot-pounds of torque. Now that is at the crank, not at the dyno, but those are still some really big numbers for a big V-twin touring bike like this. Now, as you can see here, we're kind of a blacked out look here on the exhaust. We're not doing the chrome or the scorched chrome on this particular version. This does come with the Screaming Eagle exhaust on them. This is a titanium muffler here. Now, one of the other things that you'll notice with the CVO Road Glide ST, no speakers in the bag, and this does not have the remote lock system as well. That is some of the differences on the CVO Road Glide ST versus the regular CVO Road Glide. We have a different seat on this particular model as well. This is a solo setup, and behind the seat here you'll see some carbon bits. We have kind of a seat cowl back here in carbon fiber. We also get carbon fiber exhaust tips, and we'll also find that this bike comes with a carbon fiber dash. And lastly, we have a carbon fiber front fender. The Performance ST gets wave cut rotors on the front. That's another difference you'll see from it and the other CVOs. The This also has more of the stunt-inspired flat out bars for engine guards there. No rear pegs on the ST here either. We have this remote reservoir rear shock back here. These rear shocks have adjustable preload, compression dampening, and rebound dampening with 3 inches of travel in the rear. I was really impressed with how the Road Glide ST handled on the track. You can definitely tell the suspension has been set up for performance. Inverted front forks. The 47mm inverted front forks with adjustable preload, compression dampening, and rebound dampening have 4.6 inches of travel in the front. When we talk about the dimensions of this bike, we've got about a 95-inch length with a total width of 36.4 inches and an overall height of 50.4, with the seat height coming in at just 26.7 inches. That's probably the most important dimension when you're looking at a motorcycle. This thing is rolling down the highway on 130/60 19 in the front and a 180/55 18 in the rear. With a 6-gallon tank and 44 miles to the gallon expected average, you're going to get well over 200 miles before you need to look for a gas station. This thing ships at 800 pounds and in running order comes in just under 840 pounds. The high-performance 121 high output Milwaukee 8 engine has 11.4 to 1 compression. And all that power coming out of this Milwaukee 8 121 is going through a 6-speed transmission and to a final belt drive before it gets applied to the ground. Of course, all of these new touring bikes have LED lighting throughout the system. And the Road Glide ST has a digital 12-inch TFT display, and it has a USB-C powered accessory port in one of the media storage boxes. Because it's a CVO, it comes with embedded navigation enabled with real-time traffic and weather via Wi-Fi hotspot. Also, because this is a CVO model, you'll get a Harley Davidson branded Pack Talk Edge wireless Bluetooth headset to mount into a helmet. Skyline OS, the operating system for the new display, does support Apple CarPlay, but currently Android Auto is not supported. When we talk about the rider safety enhancements, we get anti-lock brakes, electronic linked braking, traction control, drag torque slip control, vehicle hold control, and TPMS. When you're cornering, you also get cornering enhanced ABS, cornering enhanced link braking, corner enhanced traction control, and cornering drag torque slip control. Now the CVO Road Glide ST does come with a 24-month unlimited mileage warranty, and the service intervals are the first 1,000 miles and then every 5,000 miles after that. Hey guys, if you like this first look video, make sure you tune into the channel, so hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'm going to have more first look videos coming. I've recorded several other bikes at Renegade Harley Davidson, and I am flying to Austin at the end of February to ride all of the Softails at the Harley Davidson press event. So the ones I've not already taken a look at will have first look videos, and we'll have some ride reviews coming for you after that event takes place. I really want to thank Renegade Harley Davidson for letting us shoot a video at the dealership on this new CVO Road Glide ST. We got a great first look at this bike. I really appreciate their support on the channel. As always, y'all stay safe, keep on riding. We'll see you in the next one.